Tonight, I'll tell you a story. A tale from a world where forests dream and shadows whisper ancient secrets. Close your eyes and listen. Eldrin stepped cautiously onto the soft, moss-covered ground of the dreaming woods. Each step sank gently into the lush green carpet beneath his boots, and a faint, earthy scent rose with every movement. The air was cool, carrying the faint fragrance of wildflowers and damp leaves, mingling with the subtle aroma of pine and ancient wood. Sunlight filtered through the thick canopy above, scattering delicate golden rays that danced slowly across the forest floor. Shadows shifted as the leaves swayed in the light morning breeze, creating patterns that seemed almost alive. Eldrin inhaled deeply, letting the crisp, clean air fill his lungs. It smelled of rain from the night before, of earth that had absorbed the quiet magic of the forest over centuries. A soft rustle sounded nearby, a small branch bending under the weight of some unseen creature. Eldrin paused, listening. Somewhere in the distance, a bird sang a gentle, almost shy tune, and a tiny brook gurgled quietly as it wound through the trees. Every sound was soft, rhythmic, and calming, like the forest itself was breathing alongside him. With each step, Eldrin felt more at ease, his mind slowly unwinding, letting the world outside this magical forest fade away. The forest seemed alive, welcoming him into its quiet embrace. He moved forward slowly, taking in every detail, the delicate dew on the ferns, the moss growing in thick patches on the bark, the faint sparkle of sunlight on the surface of scattered leaves. He paused for a moment, closing his eyes, and let the forest's serenity wash over him. The dreaming woods were vast, mysterious, and full of life, yet everything moved in a gentle, unhurried rhythm. Eldrin felt as if he had stepped into another world, a place outside of time, where each breath and each sound carried the calm of centuries. Eldrin walked a little deeper into the forest, and the trees seemed to rise taller, their trunks wide and ancient, covered with thick, textured bark. Sunlight slipped through the gaps in the canopy in gentle beams, illuminating patches of moss, wildflowers, and tiny mushrooms that peeked out from the forest floor. Each leaf seemed to glimmer with a soft, natural light, and he could see the subtle movement of the foliage as the wind whispered through the branches. The colors of the forest were rich and calming, deep greens, soft browns, golden glints, and the occasional burst of blue or purple from hidden flowers. Eldrin noticed how each plant seemed to sway slightly, as if acknowledging his presence, creating a gentle rhythm that matched the slow pace of his steps. Occasionally, a faint shimmer of dew caught the sunlight, sparkling like tiny diamonds on the tips of leaves and blades of grass. The air carried a mixture of scents, the earthy smell of damp soil, the faint sweetness of blossoms, and the subtle, smoky hint of fallen wood. Each breath felt like a gentle cleansing of his thoughts, a reminder to move slowly, to notice everything around him. A light breeze rustled the treetops above, creating soft patterns of shadow and light across the forest floor. Eldrin paused to watch, captivated by the way the sunlight danced, slowly shifting and stretching with the movement of the trees. It was as if the forest itself was alive, breathing, and whispering secrets meant only for those who moved quietly and watched carefully. Tiny critters occasionally peeked out from under leaves or scurried across the path. A squirrel paused on a low branch, flicking its tail before disappearing into the canopy, and somewhere above, a bird flitted from branch to branch, singing a soft, melodic tune. Eldrin continued walking, savoring the serenity and the richness of the forest, feeling a calm that deepened with every step. Eldrin paused for a moment and simply listened. The forest was alive with quiet sounds, each one gentle, each one distinct. Somewhere nearby, a small brook trickled over smooth stones, its water singing softly as it moved along the winding path. The sound was soothing, steady, like a lullaby composed by the forest itself. Overhead, birds called to one another in soft, lilting tones. Their songs were light and airy, drifting down through the canopy like feathers floating on a breeze. Eldrin noticed the way each note seemed to echo gently between the trees, filling the space with calm and peaceful rhythm. A breeze stirred the leaves, producing a soft, rustling whisper. It flowed through the branches, bending them slightly, causing shadows to dance on the ground below. Every sound was slow, deliberate, as if the forest moved in harmony with time itself, neither hurried nor impatient. Occasionally, a distant hoot of an owl punctuated the quiet, or a small animal scurried along the underbrush. Each sound was a gentle reminder that the forest was not empty, that life continued softly around him. Eldrin felt as though he could hear everything: the faint creak of a branch, the soft flutter of wings, the quiet splash of water, and each sound made him feel more connected, more a part of the woods. He walked slowly, letting the music of the forest guide his steps. The combination of rustling leaves, flowing water, bird songs, and distant animal calls created a serene symphony. It was a symphony not made by humans, but by nature itself, timeless and infinite. Eldrin breathed deeply, letting each sound fill his mind with calm, and he felt the world outside the forest fade further away. With each step, Eldrin's heart beat in rhythm with the forest, slow and steady. The ambient whispers of the trees, the brook's gentle song, and the soft chirping of birds all worked together, wrapping him in a cocoon of tranquility. He felt himself sinking deeper into peace, ready to explore further, yet already embraced by the forest's serene melody. Eldrin moved slowly through the forest, each step deliberate, as if he did not want to disturb the gentle rhythm of the woods. The sunlight had shifted slightly, casting long, soft beams through the trees, and tiny motes of dust floated lazily in the warm light. He could feel the quiet heartbeat of the forest around him, subtle but steady, like the pulse of an ancient living thing. The air was cool against his skin, carrying a faint scent of blooming flowers and damp earth. Eldrin inhaled deeply, savoring the freshness, the subtle richness that seemed almost magical. Each breath felt like it cleansed his mind, washing away thoughts from the world outside, leaving only the calm serenity of the forest. Around him, the forest whispered. Leaves brushed against one another in gentle conversation, and the wind carried soft, almost musical tones that mingled with the murmur of the brook nearby. Eldrin could feel it in his chest, a warmth spreading slowly, a sense of quiet joy and wonder. Every sound, every scent, every gentle shift of light seemed to tell a story, stories of centuries gone by, of creatures that had lived and wandered these woods long before he arrived. He paused and knelt beside a patch of moss. Touching its soft, velvety surface, tiny droplets of dew sparkled in the dappled sunlight. Eldrin smiled softly, feeling a connection to this place that was both ancient and alive. The forest was not just a place, it was a presence, gentle and wise, watching and guiding all who entered with care. Continuing along the winding path, Eldrin noticed the small hidden wonders, a cluster of bluebells swaying as if in a dance, a fallen log forming a tiny bridge over a quiet stream, the faint glimmer of a spider's web catching sunlight like silver threads. Each detail invited him to slow down further, to notice more, to listen more carefully, and to feel at peace. As he walked, the forest seemed to breathe around him. The shadows lengthened, the light softened, and a sense of timelessness enveloped him. Eldrin felt neither hurry nor concern, only the gentle pull of curiosity and the soothing embrace of the woods. It was a place to be fully present, a sanctuary for mind and spirit, a moment suspended between reality and dream. Every step, every breath, every quiet sound deepened his connection to the forest. Eldrin's heart slowed, his thoughts became lighter, and he felt a profound sense of calm. The dreaming woods had welcomed him, and he was learning to move with its rhythm, to see with its eyes, to hear with its ears, and to feel with its heart. Eldrin paused at a gentle rise in the forest, where the path opened into a small clearing. Sunlight spilled across the ground in soft, golden pools, and he noticed a faint shimmer in the air, like tiny motes of light dancing just beyond reach. Something in the forest had changed, subtle but unmistakable. The atmosphere was thick with quiet magic, and Eldrin felt a shiver of anticipation run down his spine. He took a slow, deliberate step forward, letting his eyes wander over the clearing. Moss-covered stones glowed faintly, as though reflecting an unseen light. A few flowers, brighter than any he had seen before, swayed as if they had a life of their own. Eldrin could hear a soft, almost musical hum carried by the breeze. The forest itself seemed to be whispering secrets, inviting him to explore further. The trees around the clearing were taller here, their branches intertwined to form a natural archway. Through it, he glimpsed a faint, silvery glow in the distance, like moonlight caught in an enchanted pool. Eldrin's curiosity grew, but he moved slowly, absorbing every detail, noticing every sound, the gentle rustle of leaves, the soft gurgle of a hidden stream, the faint chirp of unseen creatures. He knelt to touch a patch of luminescent moss, feeling a slight warmth under his fingers. The glow pulsed gently, as if responding to his presence. Eldrin realized that the dreaming woods were not just a forest. They were alive in ways he had never imagined. Each plant, each stone, each whispering leaf seemed to hold a story, waiting for him to uncover it. With a deep breath, he straightened and took a step toward the glowing archway. His heart beat slowly, in tune with the forest around him. Every sense was alert, yet calm, as he prepared to journey deeper, ready to discover what secrets the dreaming woods had been keeping for centuries. The path ahead promised wonder, mystery, and gentle enchantment, a perfect place for a story to unfold. Eldrin walked slowly through the quiet forest, and suddenly, small points of light began to appear around him. Tiny sparks flickered in the air like miniature stars dancing softly in the dim light of the woods. Each light moved gently, drifting and gliding, sometimes hovering, sometimes twirling. The glow was warm and inviting, and Eldrin felt a sense of calm wash over him. He watched carefully, noticing how the lights pulsed in rhythm with the whispering of the leaves. They seemed almost alive, playful, yet serene. A soft breeze caused them to scatter slightly, then gather again, swirling around him in delicate patterns. Eldrin remembered an old legend he had heard long ago. It was said that fireflies hold the memories of the forest, glowing softly to remind wandering travelers of the forest's ancient secrets. And as he observed them, Eldrin could almost feel the stories they carried, whispers of trees, streams, and creatures long past. He took a slow step forward, letting the soft glow guide him gently along the path. Each flicker of light seemed to welcome him further into the dreaming woods, and Eldrin felt a quiet joy, a serene magic that filled the air. Time felt slower here, each moment stretching peacefully, as the little lights danced around him, inviting him to linger, to breathe, and to become part of the gentle rhythm of the forest. As Eldrin continued along the winding path, he began to notice tiny figures moving among the trees. At first, he thought it might be a trick of the light, but soon he saw delicate shapes dancing above the flowers and moss. They were fairies, no taller than his hand, with wings that shimmered like gossamer in the soft sunlight. They flitted from branch to branch, spinning slowly, their laughter a faint musical chime that mingled with the rustle of leaves. Eldrin crouched to watch them more closely, marveling at the way their tiny hands gently touched flowers and leaves, as if blessing each one with quiet magic. The fairies moved in patterns like a soft dance, their wings catching the light in countless shimmering colors. Nearby, Eldrin noticed shadows shifted gently among the tree trunks. Soft whispers seemed to drift on the breeze, the presence of forest spirits, ancient beings who watched over the woods, keeping balance and harmony. One spirit appeared brighter than the rest, hovering just above a fallen log, its form almost transparent, glowing softly with a gentle silver light. It seemed to nod at Eldrin, welcoming him into this hidden, enchanted world. Eldrin remembered the old stories his grandmother had told him. Forest spirits were said to guide travelers, protect those who respect the woods, and reward curiosity and kindness with glimpses of magic. He breathed slowly, letting the calm rhythm of their movements fill his mind. The fairies and spirits continued their gentle dance, a symphony of motion and light, inviting him to follow, to explore further, and to lose himself completely in the serenity of the dreaming woods. Eldrin followed a narrow path that led him to a hidden clearing. There, he discovered a small, sparkling stream winding quietly through the moss and ferns. The water gurgled softly over smooth stones, creating a soothing melody that blended perfectly with the gentle rustle of leaves. He knelt by the stream, letting the cool water slip between his fingers. Tiny fish darted beneath the surface, their scales catching the light like scattered gems. A frog croaked softly nearby, and dragonflies hovered above the water, their delicate wings reflecting sunlight in fleeting rainbows. Eldrin noticed a family of rabbits peeking from behind a patch of tall grass. They twitched their noses and watched him carefully before hopping quietly into the underbrush. Birds flitted from branch to branch, calling to one another in soft, melodic tones. He remembered a legend whispered by the villagers long ago. They said that the waters of hidden streams hold the songs of the forest, audible only to those who listen patiently. Eldrin closed his eyes for a moment, and he could hear it, the gentle symphony of water, leaves, and wildlife, a song as old as the trees themselves. Slowly, he walked along the stream, observing each creature in its quiet world. The forest seemed to pause with him, allowing every ripple, every flutter, every soft call to be heard clearly. Eldrin felt a deep sense of peace, as if the stream and its inhabitants were welcoming him, sharing the magic and secrets of their hidden sanctuary. Time seemed suspended, each moment stretching into calm eternity. Eldrin continued gently, feeling the forest breathe around him, the stream guiding him deeper into the heart of the dreaming woods. Eldrin emerged from the shadows of the trees into a quiet, sunlit clearing. The grass was soft beneath his boots, dotted with tiny wildflowers swaying gently in the breeze. Colors he had never seen before sparkled in the sunlight, delicate blues, vibrant purples, and soft golds. Among the flowers, he noticed small mushrooms glowing faintly, their caps emitting a gentle light that seemed almost alive. Eldrin knelt to touch one, feeling a soft warmth under his fingers. He marveled at the way the forest nurtured these hidden treasures, every petal, every leaf, every stem filled with quiet magic. He walked slowly across the clearing, pausing to observe the intricate details of each plant. Some leaves shimmered with dew, reflecting the sunlight like tiny mirrors. A rare flower opened only as he approached, revealing petals that seemed to glow from within. Eldrin remembered a tale his grandmother once told him. It spoke of enchanted meadows where plants could whisper secrets to those who truly listened. He bent close to a patch of bluebells, and for a moment he felt he could hear their soft, musical hum. A butterfly, larger than any he had seen, with wings patterned in iridescent shades, flitted gracefully among the flowers, pausing briefly on a glowing mushroom before continuing its journey. Eldrin took a deep breath, savoring the sweet scent of blossoms and the faint, earthy aroma of the moss. Every detail of the meadow seemed to invite him to linger, to walk slowly, to watch, to breathe, and to feel the subtle pulse of life that flowed through this secret, sunlit world. Time stretched peacefully as he moved, every step a gentle exploration, every glance revealing new wonders, until Eldrin felt completely absorbed in the serene magic of the meadow. As Eldrin wandered deeper under the dreaming woods, he began to notice the forest seemed to whisper more clearly. Shadows danced among the trees, and the gentle rustle of leaves sounded almost like words. The old trees, tall and ancient, held secrets of centuries past. Eldrin imagined the countless travelers who had once passed through, the creatures who had lived and died, and the spirits who still lingered, keeping watch. A soft wind carried a tale to his ears, the story of a hidden glade where the forest itself healed those who entered with open hearts. They said that travelers who listened carefully could hear the memories of the trees, their leaves singing songs of old magic, of storms weathered, of winters survived, of springs filled with life. Eldrin paused beside a massive oak, its trunk twisted and gnarled, and felt a quiet warmth spread through his chest. He imagined the spirits of the forest guiding him gently, protecting him, welcoming him into the hidden wonders that lay ahead. Somewhere above, a faint shimmer of light flickered, and Eldrin knew it was a spirit watching, curious and benevolent, encouraging him to continue exploring, to discover the hidden magic of the woods. He walked slowly, letting each story, each whisper, each shadow fill his mind with wonder. The forest's legends were not written in books, but lived in the air, in the water, and in the soft hum of life that surrounded him. Eldrin felt a deep peace, as though the forest itself was speaking directly to him, reminding him that he was part of something much larger, a world filled with quiet magic, waiting to be discovered by those who moved with care and with respect for its timeless beauty. As Eldrin wandered through the forest, he noticed a soft, shimmering light between the trees. At first he thought it might be another firefly, but the glow was larger, moving with a gentle, deliberate grace. The figure slowly emerged, a spirit of the forest, glowing with a warm, silvery light. Its form was delicate and fluid, like mist shaped into a gentle, friendly presence. Eldrin paused, his heart beating slowly, a mixture of wonder and calm washing over him. The spirit tilted slightly, as if acknowledging his quiet respect for the woods. It drifted closer, its movements smooth and hypnotic, illuminating the path with soft, flickering light. Eldrin felt no fear, only curiosity and a peaceful sense of being welcomed. A gentle voice seemed to echo in his mind, though the spirit made no sound. It invited him to follow, promising a secret hidden deeper within the dreaming woods. Eldrin took a slow, careful step forward, feeling the forest itself breathe alongside him. The spirit hovered just ahead, guiding him gently through the dappled light and the soft rustle of leaves. Every movement, every pause, every soft glow of the spirit reminded him that this forest was alive with quiet magic, and that he was about to witness something extraordinary, something peaceful and deeply serene. Eldrin followed the soft glow of the spirit, stepping carefully over roots and moss-covered stones. The forest seemed to lean in, its leaves whispering softly in the gentle breeze. They passed through narrow paths where sunlight barely touched the ground, and through small clearings where patches of glowing mushrooms lit the way. Each step was slow, each breath filled with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers. Occasionally, a firefly would flit past, joining the spirit for a brief, playful moment before drifting away. Eldrin smiled softly, feeling the rhythm of the forest around him, its heartbeat matching his own calm, steady pace. He noticed tiny details he might have missed before: a dew-kissed spiderweb glinting like silver, a hidden cluster of bluebells swaying in the breeze, a small frog sitting quietly by a mossy rock. The spirit moved ahead, weaving between the trees, and Eldrin followed, trusting its gentle guidance. He felt a sense of quiet wonder, knowing that the hidden secret of the dreaming woods was close. Yet he remained patient, savoring every soft sound, every subtle shimmer of light, every peaceful moment along the way. The deeper they went, the more magical the forest became. Eldrin could feel a gentle energy, an ancient wisdom flowing through the trees, wrapping around him like a soft, protective cloak. And in this calm, gentle journey, he understood that the forest itself was teaching him to move slowly, to notice the beauty in small things, and to open his heart to quiet wonder. At the end of the winding path, Eldrin came upon a small hidden glade. Soft light spilled across a gentle pond, its surface reflecting the shimmering canopy above. Around the pond, flowers glowed faintly, and moss-covered stones seemed to hum with quiet energy. The spirit hovered above the water, its light dancing across the gentle ripples. Eldrin stepped closer, his eyes wide with wonder, as he took in the serene beauty of the secret place. Every leaf, every stone, every blade of grass seemed alive, radiating calm and gentle magic. The spirit tilted its glowing form toward him, and in that silent gesture, Eldrin felt as if the forest itself was speaking. It shared a quiet lesson that true magic lies in stillness, in noticing small details, and in treasuring the calm moments that often go unseen. A soft breeze stirred the flowers, carrying with it the scent of earth and water, and Eldrin realized that the forest had shared its secret with him. He smiled, feeling a deep peace, as if a weight had lifted from his shoulders. The hidden glade, with its gentle pond and glowing flora, became a memory etched in his heart, a secret place he could carry with him always, a place where magic existed quietly, waiting for those who walked slowly and listened carefully. Eldrin took a final deep breath, feeling gratitude for the spirit and for the gentle wonders of the dreaming woods. Eldrin stood quietly by the hidden glade, watching as the spirit hovered gently above the water. Its soft glow pulsed slowly, like a heartbeat in rhythm with the forest itself. Slowly, the spirit began to drift upward, weaving through the trees with fluid, graceful movements. Eldrin felt a gentle warmth in his chest, a sense of gratitude and calm that he had never known before. The spirit paused for a moment, tilting slightly, as if saying goodbye without words. Eldrin nodded softly, feeling a connection that needed no explanation. Then, with a faint shimmer, the spirit dissolved into the soft light of the forest, leaving behind only a whisper of its presence. Eldrin felt a peaceful silence settle around him, a serene calm that wrapped him like a comforting blanket. He took a deep, slow breath, feeling the magic of the forest still lingering in the air. Though the spirit had gone, its gentle guidance and quiet wisdom remained with him, a soft reminder of the calm, enchanting secrets of the dreaming woods. Eldrin began to walk back through the forest, his steps slow and measured, as if he wanted to remember every detail of this enchanted place. The soft glow of fireflies guided his path, and the gentle rustle of leaves whispered softly in the evening air. Every flower, every blade of grass, every moss-covered stone seemed familiar now, carrying the memory of the hidden glade and the spirit's quiet wisdom. He paused at a small clearing, listening to the bubbling of a distant stream, and felt a deep sense of peace settle over him. The forest seemed to breathe along with him, each exhale mingling with the soft whispers of the trees. Eldrin reflected on the journey he had taken, the fireflies dancing, the fairies and spirits, the secret pond and glowing flowers. He realized that true magic was not loud or dramatic, but gentle, patient, and always present for those who noticed. Step by step, he made his way toward the edge of the forest, feeling gratitude for the calm and the wonders he had witnessed. The dreaming woods had shared its secrets, and Eldrin carried them in his heart, a memory of serenity, a reminder of the quiet magic that exists all around. As he emerged into the soft evening light, he took a final deep breath, feeling ready to rest, to dream, and to return one day to the gentle wonders of the dreaming woods. Eldrin walked slowly along the familiar forest path, each step soft and deliberate, his breath deep and even. Inhale and exhale. The forest seemed to breathe with him, the rustle of leaves and distant bird songs blending with his calm rhythm. Step by step, he felt his body relaxing, each movement lighter, each sound of the forest guiding him into quiet stillness. Eldrin paused to watch the fireflies flicker in the fading light, their soft glow like tiny lanterns, and smiled as the gentle spirits and fairies drifted silently among the trees. He waved softly, a quiet farewell to the tiny creatures and magical beings who had shared their world with him. The gentle rustling of their movements, the faint glow of wings and lights, left him with a feeling of warmth and gratitude. Stopping near a quiet clearing, Eldrin breathed slowly in and out. Every sound, every shimmer of light, every subtle movement of leaves and water filled him with a profound sense of peace. The forest whispered its calm, the gentle hum of life around him, inviting him to relax, to simply be present, and to let go of any tension. As he reached the edge of the forest, Eldrin cast one last lingering glance at the trees, the soft waters, the glowing flowers, and the quiet magic that surrounded everything. A gentle warmth settled over him, a feeling of completion, a soft echo of the wonders he had seen. He knew he could carry this calm with him anywhere, anytime. Eldrin sat down on the soft grass, closing his eyes gently, feeling the cool breeze and the fading light of the forest. Inhale and exhale. The soft whispers of the woods, the quiet glimmer of fireflies, the distant song of the stream, all merged into a lullaby of peace, every muscle relaxed, every thought slowing, each moment stretching into calm eternity. And as the forest settled into quiet night, Eldrin felt ready to rest, ready to dream, and the gentle magic of the dreaming woods remained with him, wrapping him in serenity, guiding him into a deep, restful sleep.